I'll tell you what, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I get a PR release from Spirits New Zealand, and they're the industry body for people who make spirits that we drink, New Zealand. And I say to Ben, here's an assignment for you. Tee up an interview with the Spirits New Zealand people. Maybe, Ben, you could go out and go to the judging in Wellington of the Spirits New Zealand Awards. Ben didn't even get the hint. Tees up the interview, and I said, do you go down and check that out? No. Ben, in my day as a young reporter, bloody hell, that would have been
straight down there.
That would have been straight down there. On-the-spot research. Bloody Varna. What is it with young people these days? But look, to find out what happened at the Spirits New Zealand Awards and what they are, we're joined now by Robert Brewer from, is it Spirits New Zealand, Robert? Is the hat you've got on for this? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And Ben would have been most welcome.
Yeah, well, I told him. But you can't teach young people anything these days.
I know, Sean. I know.
All right, so you have an annual competition for what? New Zealand-made spirits or just spirits in New Zealand?
It's any spirit that's commercially sold here in New Zealand can enter. So we've got a mix of obviously New Zealand distilled spirits, but also about 193, I think, from offshore.
Okay, that's quite a lot of drinking. And look, gin in particular and whiskey, way more popular in terms of setting up small commercial operations to make spirits in New Zealand. It's been a bit of a trend in the last few years, hasn't it?
Absolutely, and it makes sense when you consider that you can make a gin, you can turn around a gin, a high quality gin, in a reasonably short space of time. So if you're setting up a business, you get a product out in the market far faster than what we call the brown or the darker spirits, which you have to age. So that makes sense, and of course we make gin at the premium level in New Zealand, which is where consumers are going.
Yeah. All right. So can you give me a breakdown? How many entries in total did you have?
Well, it's a record. When I put the PR out, I didn't make note of that, but 485 entries. That's up from 426 last year, and I think that's amazing, considering what the New Zealand producers in particular have been through. Coming out of COVID, and then the flat economy and things like that, and hospitality, and doing it hard as well. It just shows that the industry is in good heart and is wanting to continue to grow.
Now, we all know in the wine industry you have your masters of wine and those who can tell what grass was growing in between the grapes and whether it was northwest facing. Is there a similar level of expertise and, dare I say, snobbery, Robert, around judging spirits or tasting spirits professionally?
Certainly not the snobbery. It's very interesting to listen to the judges and the judging panels. There's a level of collegiality and a desire to help those entries that may not be up to standard, with good solid commentary, nothing of a snobbery perspective. In terms of the learned side of things, there are a range of levels of qualifications that you can get in the spirits tasting world, and we tap into as many of those as possible.
Did you have overseas judges this year?
Yeah, we had 2 from Australia. We let the Aussies in. We normally get 2 or 3 from offshore, because that just adds that element of different palates and views and things like that, and also independence.